What's going on, good people? Brandmaster Martina Britt Gilverton here on an amazing Friday evening. Let me verify that you guys can hear me okay and go ahead and get this beeping and carrying on stop so that you guys can see what we have going on. So come on into the room. Come on into the room. Be coachable, teachable, trainable, and post your city and state where you are catching this live from live, hashtag live on tonight. And if you happen to be one of the lucky few that will be allowed to catch this inside of the Facebook business page or over on the YouTube page, please go ahead and drop the replay. So you guys are catching this now live. Some of you will be catching the replay. Down below, you should see the ability to give it a thumbs up, to like it, right? You should also see a bell there so that you can select the notifications to catch when we go live so that you do not miss out on the Dollar Deals membership information. My name is Brandmaster Martina Britt Yelverton, and I'm your cash flow queen, founder of Youth Lifestyle Training, the #1 legal tax hack to hire your kids in your home-based business. I help struggling startups and entrepreneurs, as well as savvy seniors, to develop a simplified plan so that they can focus on their passion, their purpose, the gift that God has given to them to walk out so they can catch their coins, right? Here in the year of 2022, I'm celebrating 14 years in business, serving small businesses, small corporations, authors, network marketers, home-based business, and industry professionals with regards to their passion, their business, their brand, right? This entire passion was actually birthed out of adversity, birthed out of domestic violence, me being a survivor of domestic violence. So when I tell you guys, I understand marriage and miscarriage. I understand divorce and eviction. I understand the welfare system, birth and death, loss of a parent, loss of a business. I understand each and every aspect of that. And I also understand how to get on the other side of it. So trust me when I say I got you. I'm commonly referred to as your go-to girl for simplified graphics and brands and just your professional zhuzh, as I call it, so that you can actually manage it yourself, right? I help people who want help, and I do believe that I can help you. So thank you so much for being coachable, teachable, trainable, posting that live, catching this live, as well as those of you who are going to be coachable, teachable, and trainable and part of the CTT squad and catch this later, right, and post your replay. Thank you so much for doing that, because what that actually does is when you attend a person's live, and you put where you're chiming in from, you allow them to see how far their reach is extending, you know, what city and state that their broadcast is actually reaching, but you also get to see how well, I guess, your Wi-Fi or how well your bandwidth is actually operating, so you can see how quick you give a directive and how quick the response is, so that when you continue to ask questions and you talk and carry on inside of your live, you can kind of gauge the amount of time it would take to receive a response. So when you see us or you hear us on these lives and we're asking you to be coachable, teachable, trainable, and to post your city and state, that's so we can see the reach. But also when we're asking you to engage with us, we want to see how quickly the volley is and that space that happens from the good old internet with regards to you being able to ping back a response to a question that we're asking. So today in the $31 Deals membership offer, that's $1 a day to get 31 pieces of content, 31 gems, 31 foundational aspects from regard or with regard to my entire journey. A lot of it during this, I guess, crazy journey that I call entrepreneurship, home-based business, living my life, going through marriage and divorce, and just still trying to maintain a business. But the bottom line is walking out my purpose. I'm giving you guys transparent, truthful access to all of that. So here inside of the Dollar Deals membership, today is day 6, and today we are actually going to be discussing target and targeting 101, as we call it, but it's more like a 100 volley with a 101. You'll see why when we get into it. But to give you a little bit of back history on why I do this is because I spent the initial 3 years as a startup, and then I added on an additional 7 years struggling, trying to figure out how to make this home-based business thing and this entrepreneurship thing work, because I had 4 jokers, 2 teen boys, and then 2 teen boy and girl that were my responsibility, bottom line. And being as though I had left corporate America and given up my dream of, working, if you want to call that a dream, of working and still being able to birth kids and have them, because I thought that the husband at the time was going to take care of the household, came crashing down that fateful night. And I knew that having 4 kids, I would not be able to afford before and after school care, daycare, and all of that. And so I was thrust into the world of entrepreneurship and literally bouncing into a hope, a dream, a prayer that my God-given talents wouldn't make room for me. During all of that time, I began documenting the process. And so what you have inside of this entire 31 days is my documentation of that process to help you guys out. So to help the startup entrepreneur, to help the struggling entrepreneur, to help the savvy senior be able to walk out their gift, learn, lead, and level up and master their brand. Okay. So days 1 through 5, we actually discussed the power bio, the brand in a very light, brief aspect. And then we went further into the mission, the goals, the core values, and the vision of whatever your entity, your group, your movement, or your business is. Then we did a Google test, right? All of these came with a downloadable checklist if you are in the Dollar Deals membership. Finally, what is a good lead? How do you determine whether or not the individual that you are speaking with, the prospect that you have before you, is worth the time that you are being requested to invest in them, whether or not you want to continue with that, and how to determine how to set a price on your value, right? Yesterday, we talked about the social media persona and why social media and whether or not you should even be utilizing the platform that you're utilizing. We covered all of that in the first 4 or 5 days. So here in day 6, we're going to talk about targeting and Target 101. We're going directly from the worksheet that has given me a lot of clarity about locating who my niche person is and how to target that individual, right? So in learning more about your target audience, which is the people, that you determine you will work with, you still want to be unique, authentic, easy to remember, and available to stand out, because when you know all of this about yourself, and then when you turn around and know all of this about the people who are seeking you, I kid you not, it'll make a world of difference with clarity, and then you will be able to continue to draw to you who it is that you want. So having a look at this worksheet, let's start with question number 1. When you're thinking about the person or the individual that you are working with, how old is the average audience member that you speak with, right? And what specifically does that mean? The audience member, the person who's listening to you, the person who's always asking you a question. Trust and believe, when you stop and think about it, there is a person that is always asking you a question. What is that age range, right? Let's go with about 5 to 15 years. What is that age range? So for me, when I look at my age range of individuals that I work with range about 45 to 65. And then maybe I get a couple that bump on into 7. So I have like a 20-year gap, both male and female, that literally ask me questions, seek me out. I don't have a lot of young millennials asking me how to develop a brand or how to build a business or how to start a business or how to stop struggling in business. However, what I find is a lot of their parents and grandparents are the ones who seek me out because I really simplify the process for them. So that is my average range of about 15 to 20 years for mine. Choose that range and know who that range is. So when a 15 to, let's say a 25-year-old comes to me and says, hey, I need a brand, I need to know way more than that, because that 25-year-old is not in my target audience. They're not in that range, right? They're not in that bullseye for who I know needs me and who I know I can actually serve. And like I said, both male and female, when I go back and look through it. Now, are they single, married, divorced, or widowed? Well, you may be wondering, why would I want to know all of that? Well, so that you can serve them better. You need to know whether or not you're asking a married individual with multiple children to invest in a high ticket offer that they may not be comfortable investing in, because first priority is the kids. First priority is the household. You may be looking at an individual that you are trying to direct down a path who is married and who needs that spouse to sign off on something. You may, be working with a situation from a divorced individual, male or female, that may be heavy in debt, just out of bankruptcy, and now they have a lot of heavy weight on them that would not allow them. They maybe have been widowed, and now they're looking at, how do I replace my now past spouse's income? You need to know those things so that you can know how to respond and govern yourself, your package, your product, your service, or your passion accordingly. What is their household income? Now that's an estimate. Let me go ahead and adjust that household. Let's go estimated income, because folks not going to tell you all their business. So we'll just say estimated income, right? And the reason you want to know that is because if an individual is, I guess we'll say around $30,000 to $40,000 a year, and your high level package is a $10,000 package, like mine is a done completely for you $10,000 package. You may have an individual that's at $30,000 and they're like, no way can I afford that. That's why you want to know the estimated income, so you will know again how much investment they're willing to make. How do they want to split the hairs on that $30,000 to get that package, because it's all done for them, right? All of your solution is packed into that one package. So you would need to kind of know whether or not they're even in a position to consider doing a lump sum, doing a 3-month, spreading it out over the year, if you want to go as far as doing that. Okay. You need to know those things so you'll know how to position the conversation. What do they do in their spare time? Because if they have lots and lots and lots of spare time, then you have lots and lots and lots of opportunities to help them build their brand and their business. If they have absolutely no time anywhere in their schedule, meaning they took the opportunity to go through, and we covered this on later days, a weekly blocker to figure out when are the holes in their schedule so that they can run a business. When you take them down that road, they're available to say, hey, check this out. I did not realize I have every Sunday from 3 to 6 p.m. where I do absolutely nothing. That sounds like content time, content development time, content deliverable time. Once you know your time, now you know they have lots of spare time available to serve their brand. What are their goals and values? You want to know those type of things because you're looking for synergy. You're looking for alignment. You're looking for positioning. You're looking to see if they are serious, if they have set a goal, if they're on a consistent path. And if not, you may have to give them something like 30days.martinabrittyoverton.com to help them build a consistent habit before you jump into whatever your niche product or service is that you're delivering to them. You just never know. But these are questions that you are asking so that you know, so you'll know exactly who it is that you're targeting, so you'll hit the bullseye every single time. What TV shows do they watch? And let me tell you why we asked this question. We asked this question because honestly, one, we're trying to see, are you wasting time? Like if you're an individual that watches TV, I don't care what you say, as long as Grey's Anatomy is on television, I'm going to watch it. Now, I don't tune in every Thursday night anymore. I don't have that availability in my schedule, nor do I want to, dedicate that time to it. But what I will do is I will decide tonight I'm going to binge watch 3 episodes. I'm going to work on this project, and I'm going to watch my Grey's Anatomy. I may have another opportunity where I'm trying to say, you know what? I'm going to rest and relax for the next 3 hours, and I'm going to binge watch 3 hours of Grey's Anatomy, right? You want to know what they're watching, but guess why I may be choosing to watch Grey's Anatomy over a documentary, over, I don't know, something that could teach me, like something on YouTube that could teach me about natural hair. You want to know what their interests are. Again, synergy, alignment, how they're spending their time, how invested they are in their brand, and things like that. Okay. So there are reasons behind why people watch it. I'm still watching Grey's Anatomy because I just want to see how in the world they're going to take 17 seasons and finalize it. Like, you're talking about some snotting and some tears. That's the same way I feel like NCIS with Gibbs and them. I think they're in season 18, 19. I don't know. Right? Why do you watch those shows? Do you watch them for longevity? Do you watch them for content? Do you watch them for relevance? Do you watch them for ideas? You kind of want to know what it is they're watching, just to understand their mindset, also to see where you can pull alongside, collaborate with them. You may do watch parties, invite a bunch of people to watch a documentary together. One of these documentaries may trigger you the availability to spin off into, and this is why you need a home-based business. Like there's one show out here about a maid and a daughter, and I haven't gone and watched it yet, but it's almost like a comeback story about what she was able to do, in her time. I haven't watched all of the trailer, but that's a show that I may consider watching. Why? Because I'm looking at it for content, for inspiration. You never know. But if you know what kind of shows they watch, you can govern yourselves accordingly. What do they read? Like, let's visit the bookshelf, right? I have been able to collaborate with co-author with 3 different books in the year of the pandemic, right? These are collaborative authors who are inspiration, business advancements, so many innovators, authors, pastors, coaches, life coaches, business owners. Like it's so many different individuals in these 3 books. What are they reading? What are their interests? Again, collaboration, understanding their mindset is so many different reasons that you would need to know what are your target audience reading. Also, audibles. If you are available to share an audible, imagine knowing that your target audience is struggling, like in some aspects entrepreneurs are, with how to straddle the fence of being the individual that's the entrepreneur that's doing the work versus being the individual that's the entrepreneur that is the creative mind behind the work versus being the entrepreneur that is the creative operations of the accounting purposes and all of that. And you guys chose to go and join a group and listen to the E-Myth online via Audible. You know what I'm saying? So that would be something that would be a collaborative deal. Why would you invite somebody that is flipping through GQ magazine? Why would you be targeting or speaking with an individual that's going through Vogue, right? 2 totally different manuscripts for 2 totally different reasons. One could be for enjoyment, one could be for content. And these days you never really know. But to know what your target person is reading helps you relate to them, possibly even collaborate with them. Just know the data so that you will know where to meet your prospective individual client, customer, partner, prospect at. Okay. Beyond that, what music do they listen to? Same deal. So if you're understanding what they're watching, what they're reading, and what they're listening to, even where they shop at, now you are available to position yourself, your content based on your authentic purpose to meet them there and secure the deal. Now, the deal could just be bringing them into your network and exposing them to other people that may be able to assist them with whatever they're trying to do. But the bottom line is knowing them up, down, left, right, inside, and out will help you understand whether you're going to position them as a tire kicker, a serious individual, or someone that, I don't know, you may just want to kick it with during those times where you have downtime and it's not about business, but they're a great individual and you still want to get to know them. And it's not about a business relationship. It's just about having a round, balanced life. Hey, you need to know these things so you will make sure that you're in alignment with synergy, collaboration, and all that. Okay. Finally, if they work out or not. If they do work out, what are the fitness activities that they participate in? Again, with the world and the economy and everybody getting back out here in these streets, not the social media streets, but physically getting back out here into the world, you want to know what people's activities are. Again, synergy, collaboration, networking, getting to know people, positioning yourself, being a resource. All of that is the reason why you want to know all of these things so that you can position yourself and your content, your product, your service, your niche, or so that you can position the individuals that you run into their proper place. These things I avoided for years because truly I could not understand why it was important that I knew a person's money. I can't count your coins. However, in knowing that you, hey, just in general conversation, that you are a parent like I'm a parent, that you are a working individual like I'm a working individual, that you have goals and dreams that you're trying to accomplish, and that even with all of that, you still like to watch a little ratchet Atlanta Housewives. Hey, I may be able to share youth lifestyle training with you. I may be able to help you understand how you can get the experts to review that W-2 for your job, and you can turn in a different W-4 so that your taxes can be lowered, so more money can stay in your paycheck. I may want to know these things, and we might be able to chit chat about 10 to 15 minutes about all these crazy seasons of Atlanta Housewives. It may not be about business. It may just be about relationship and synergy. You need to know all these things. So again, you can position yourself and you can position that individual you're speaking with appropriately. Okay. So take the opportunity to take this worksheet, to go through it, to think about your target audience, to write these things in. So now, even when you're standing before an individual, even when you're going live like this and you're speaking to people, when you're seeing people communicate, pop up in your comments, have interaction with you and engagement with you, properly positioning them will save you a lot of time and a lot of headache, because it will help you understand whether or not the individual is going to be serious about whatever your product, niche, or service is that you're offering to them, sharing with them. Now, I want to say this before we wrap up. Proverbs, and I had saved this, but let's see if I can get it to come back up. Proverbs 11:22. The people curse him who holds back the grain, but a blessing is on the head of he who sells it. So sometimes I have in the past, I was really struggling with being an entrepreneur and selling things because, of course, when you don't realize the value in what you have, you struggle with selling. You do. And the reason that you struggle with selling is because you don't see the value. Number one, you may not be a person who sells or feels like you're an individual who sells well. Let me help you with that. The good word says, okay, did you hear me clearly? The good word said in Proverbs 11:26, people curse him who holds back grain, but a blessing is on the head of him who sells it. I have less than a little bit of problem these days selling and sharing my God-given value and talent with those that I know I can help, I can serve, I can give a solution to. And so if you know who you are speaking to, if you have dwindled down all of these questions and you have literally understood through and through the value that you have and the individual that you're talking to, and you know you can serve them, you can help them, you can save them, give them access to what you have. Now you're not wasting time. Give them the solution to what it is they need, because you already know who they are, what their pain point is, whether or not financially they can afford what your product or service is. You know what they watch on television, you know what they read, you know the kind of music they listen to. So you know you are a roundabout in the right direction and aligned with what it is that they are in need of, and give it to them. And I don't mean give it away free. I mean sell it to them, share it with them, invest in them, and have them invest in you for a profit on the end. Okay. So you guys have seen me several times go through how to download these. I'll make this change and get this into the Dollar Deals Menu membership portal, this video into the membership portal. And again, tomorrow we're going to talk about the archetype and the avatar. Tomorrow I have a series of questions that you guys are going to ask that go even a little bit further than the targeting to help you really narrow down who that individual is. So now it's going to be a no-brainer when you run into people and you're wanting to know if they're your avatar, if they're your archetype, if they're the individual. So when you begin to put your content out, it's going to draw those exact people to you because you have gone through it through and through, over and over, and you know who it is that you share with and who it is that you serve. That is my time for today. I greatly appreciate your time hopping in, getting access to what we have here in day 6 of the Dollar Deals membership. Again, this will be live inside of your membership portal. You're available to watch these first 7 videos for free anytime on facebook.com/Fam First Designs, the business page for Family First Designs. You're available to go over there, watch these as often as you can to get as much value as you can. However, the checklist and the ongoing information that will be provided is only provided for members in the Dollar Deals membership. Okay, dollardeals.martinabrittyelverton.com. To your success, I hope to see you guys on tomorrow, day 7, where we discuss the avatar or the architect, which is you, the original you. You're looking for who you used to be. That's who you serve.